Hello and welcome to the only battle I have with my tier 10s that I consider worthy of a YouTube replay. So I hope you will enjoy this. As you can see, the team balance isn't that great. The enemy team has 2 more tier 9s and there's no platoons screwing up this balance here, so it's just a matchmaker being failed. I'm going down into the city here. So many people always drive out into Death Valley there, but you need a heavy presence in the city. You simply cannot win without it. The Panther is hiding behind the rock, so I can't really hit him. Running into the city, we know there's an IS4 coming and another IS4. Our E100 charges ahead straight into them, and where there's a third IS4, I end up shooting the tracks off one IS4. It's now a T43 AMX-90 and another T43 in the city as well. And E100 is, without any help, royally screwed, because he can't fight 3 IS4s at once. No, I can't think of any tank that can fight any 3 tier 10s at the same time alone. Luckily for the E100 though, they're not too smart, and me and IS7 charged in to help him. You see that I waited a bit before taking the shot. That's because the angle it was at wasn't right. I would have just blown his tracks off. Now you can also see the angle I have my tank on. It's a very extreme angle, and making sure at the same time, while keeping that extreme angle, that he can't shoot into my side. If he can shoot into my side, he will damage me every single time. So that's important to keep in mind. The E100 is now dead. There's still 3 IS4s there. And we have a Panther behind me, which is dead. I'm also getting shot in the side by MX-90, which tracks me into a rather nice angle, but I get damaged anyway. And my turret gets blown off by IS4. So I think he was using a high explosive, which I'm a bit surprised at. Now you see the angle I'm keeping there. And I'm not shooting at that angle, no. But the angle I'm keeping is, as you can see, good chance they will knock my tracks off, because I back out and then drive forward, so they're not that stupid though. As you can see, it shoots into my track. I keep wiggling around, so it's hard to hit my major weak spot on the front. I don't want to shoot a high hit by one, I want to finish off a low hit by one. Shoots out my driver because I'm not in a good position anymore. I get that guy behind me, but the other IS4 is not dead, so I can focus on that guy. With so much destroyed though, I'm almost screwed. I keep getting into positions, and I actually bounce off the weak spot. Keep getting in positions where it's very hard to damage me. Angles, making sure they keep hitting my tracks, and just keep making sure they blow off my tracks over and over and over again. With the tank that has so strong side armor as the IS4, that's the one thing you should do. As you can see, I don't have a lot of kills here, but that's not the main point of a tier 10. You're meant to soak up damage, soak up that damage and dish out as much as you possibly can. And that's what I've been doing so far. I've been dishing out the damage, I've been soaking it up, unlike the E100, which charged in ahead of the team. You can't do that as a tier 10. You must not charge alone. You need the backup. It doesn't matter that you're tier 10, biggest tank in the game. If you go alone and meet a bunch of people, you will end up getting screwed. I low shot into the side of the T-54 there. Someone's capping our base, so I'm going back. Everyone else seems to be pushing forward. Now, as I always say, 9 times out of 10, you're better off going back to the base. Because that tends to win games more than pushing ahead does. Now, IS4 is fairly slow. I get shot into my side by the T-54. So, not too nice. Shoot a shot into him while on the move there, and IS7 finishes him off. The T-54 is just... shots just gets absorbed by my tracks. I don't care about him, I want to stop the cap, just in case something happens. So I stop the cap before bothering to focus on the T-54. Which ends up shooting my tracks once again. And as you can see, the sides armor is very strong on IS4. You can absorb a lot of damage. You have spaced armor there on some spots, just like the IS7. But unlike the IS7, the IS4 has much stronger side armor. The IS4 actually has weaker front armor than the IS7. So correct angling is very important with the IS4. Using those tracks, that's the only way the IS4 can be effective. Speed up a little bit and try and get through the blockade here in the middle. There's a TD there in the tier 9 heavy tank, so you don't really want to go in alone on that. Like I said, dead end. The game is won. I really hope I can get more good tier 10 footage. Sadly, whenever you're playing tier 10s, your team seems to think that you are able to do everything on your own, and while that's not the case, you need backup. You just don't get any good games when you're trying to hold the flank on your own. It just ends up terrible. So generally I have very bad luck getting good games with tier 10s. It's a lot easier with tier 9s, as you can help that lone tier 10 on the flank basically, and those kind of things. Might be a bit better with the new tier 10s coming, tier 10 tank destroyers and tier 10 mediums. I say it has no armor to speak of, so you can just shoot them anywhere almost with the high penetration gun. And that's the end of the battle. Almost 71,000 credits and 1500 XP undoubled, 3038 when doubled. 15 shots, 15 penetration hits, 21 hits taken, pretty much the majority of them from other tier 10s, so that's quite good. I get Sniper, Steel Wall and Defender. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I will be attempting to bring you more tier 10s if the matchmaker seems to give me any decent teams at least for once. And also if it gives the enemy team any decent teams, because it tends to favor one team or the other, so that doesn't make good videos. In any case, see you next time.